Okay, just check now.
Yep, I can see it now.
Okay, so the first step, like actually this YouTube link which I showing you here, that YouTube will also show you how to create the instance, but maybe you can use it for your reference. Later on, I will share this in the chat window. But first, right now we'll go through these steps. So first you have to go to this URL, https://developer.servicenow.com. Once you visit this URL, just let me know.
Yep, I'm on the site.
Okay, hold on. So I will also visit here so that I can tell you the exact steps rather than just checking for what you can see there. Okay, on right hand side, you'll be able to see the sign in link on right hand top corner, top right corner.
Yep, I see it.
Yeah, just click there. Do you have any earlier registration on ServiceNow?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so if it is not there, then you have to register here. So you have to register with some email. If you have personal email, that is also fine. If you want to use your official email ID, that also fine. So maybe it will ask you your email ID, first name, last name, some additional information. So can you register here on this link?
Yep, I'm working on it.
So there is a link below. That's if you, when you sign in there, if you do not have the link, you need to click on the link here, get a ServiceNow account. You have to click on that link. Are you seeing that? Get a ServiceNow account.
Yeah, I just registered now.
Okay, great. So if you register it, whatever information you must have filled in, first name, last name, all these things. Okay,
Yep.
so remember your password and everything. Just accept all the terms and conditions, whatever they have, and then sign up.
Yep, it's just it's gonna send me a link to activate my account. So
Okay. So okay, shall I make you presenter so that you can show me your screen so that I can guide you quickly? Is that fine?
sure, yeah.
I will stop the sharing here. I'll make you presenter so that you can show me the screen. I can guide you quickly. Let me see how I can. Okay, great.
Yeah, it says it's sending me an email. I'm just waiting for it to come through. There we go.
Yeah. Yeah. Remember all the password. Sometime it will ask you this password.
Yeah, so it let me sign in. It's just asking if I
Yeah,
want
here
which I
screen.
prefer. I don't know
Yeah,
if that
I
matters
need
to you.
developer. And what is that? I need guided experience. No, I think choose the first one.
Okay. And then are there any of these that I need to pick specifically for the training, or is it...
You can click all except the last one. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I just check setting. Start using ServiceNow powerful. Okay, new to ServiceNow. Helpful resource. Just click new to ServiceNow. Actually, in my document, the screenshots are a little bit different because it may be from earlier version. So there are slight changes here and there, but otherwise it should be same. Most of the things should be same.
Do I need to do anything with this instance URL? Should I open that up?
Yes, you copy this URL.
Yeah, this
Keep it.
I can open it in
Yes,
another tab.
you can copy that URL somewhere so that if you need it in tomorrow day after, we'll use it. This also you need to copy username and current password. It may ask you to change the password, but copy, maybe take a screenshot, or if you want to copy, you can copy that password that is required.
Okay.
Okay, have you copied it?
Well, it just went away.
Okay. Yeah, this is your instance. Fine. This is the instance. And unfortunately, your screen, I'm not, it is not readable for me. If you can zoom it, that will be great. Yeah, it's better now. Okay, this is your instance. Now, you logged in as a system administrator. You can right hand side, you can see that. And you have all, we'll talk about everything now. Your instance is ready. Now, this is the instance which we are going to use for next 3 days, today, tomorrow, day after.
Okay.
Okay. So whatever information is there, maybe username, password, and the link URL, just copy it somewhere. So tomorrow, if you need it, we can use that. Otherwise, when you log in with your email, it will automatically take you there.
Okay.
All right.
Yep. Sounds good.
Okay. 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 Now you can stop sharing and give me the control. All right. Now I need to share my screen. Okay. So all housekeeping, all set. We can start our training. So are you okay with the pace, the sound quality? I'm audible properly?
Yep. Yeah, it's all
Everything
fine
is
right
fine?
now.
Okay, great. In module 0, we'll be talking about what is ServiceNow. So it is just an introduction, no technical terms we are discussing here. Technical terms and everything, actual product training will start from module 1. So here we'll just talk about what is ServiceNow. Now, in ServiceNow is basically a software platform, and main product of a ServiceNow is ITSM, which support the ITSM, but it is not limited to ITSM. You can build any application on top of it. Means it is not limited to ITSM or ITBM or anything. Once you have a platform ready, you can use it for payroll purpose. You can use for HR application purpose. You for leave management. The sky is the limit. Okay, everything and anything that you want, as an you want to develop any application, you can develop by using this platform. So ServiceNow is providing you a software platform on which you can build any application. But along with the platform, ServiceNow is also providing you lots of out of box applications like ITSM, incident management, change management, problem management, there are so many things like business management processes, HR module. There are so many applications and modules provided by ServiceNow out of box. So you can either you can take a platform and develop your own application, or you can take a license from ServiceNow for different products which you want to use in your organization, and then use that application by configuring it. So it is up to you whether you want to build your in-house application or you want to use the application provided by ServiceNow. And this is basically a ServiceNow is providing you platform as a service. So it is a cloud base. You don't need to create any infrastructure within your organization. Everything is there, uh, available on the net, cloud. You can ask them like, this is my user base, I want so many named licenses, and you can start using it. Just you don't need to spend any time on creating your own infrastructure. No need to spend your time and efforts and money on resources on managing your infrastructure. So that is one of the biggest advantage of ServiceNow, because the uptime is very small, very small. Means if you really want, you can build your own application. Once the platform is ready, maybe in a week time you can create your application, make it live, the people can start using it. So you will be free from all your infrastructure management thing. In addition to that, when you take an platform as a service, most of the thing is taken care by ServiceNow. Means upgrade of a platform, if there is any patching, any security threat, anything, whatever is required to maintain the platform up and running, everything is provided by ServiceNow as a service. Okay, so this is a software as a service platform, contain number of modular application. As I said, you can either take a platform, build your own application, or take the platform along with the application, and then you can start using it in your organization. Some history about that, like it is founded in 2003 by these four gentlemen: Fred Laddy, David Lu, Don Goodlife. I don't know whether I'm pronouncing it correctly or not, and Bow Regri. So one of the thing means, uh, this I don't know whether all four or few of them was a part of BMC software earlier. So BMC software was the leader in the market before ServiceNow comes into the market. So one of them, or two couple of people from this four founder, was a part of BMC software earlier. They left the BMC and they create over their own organization, and now ServiceNow is a market leader today. Okay, so maybe Steve is more aware of all these competitions, right, Steve? Steve? Okay, maybe I don't know whether he's on the call or he. All right. So this is a commercial part, marketing things. We are not interested in discussing that, how it comes and how everything has been done. But anyway, it is a headquarters of ServiceNow is located in Santa Clara in California. So this is all marketing slides. So you should know, it is good to know things. Okay. Now, what is ServiceNow? ServiceNow is an IT service management tool designed as per ITIL guideline. So, Nick, any idea what is ITIL?
I have not heard of it, but if I had to guess, it would be some group that makes up the guidelines for IT service management. I guess just rules and common practices.
Right. So basically ITIL, just now in the introduction, I told you like ITIL, currently ITIL has a version 4 in the market. Before that, there was a version 3. And then maybe long back in from 1982, it has all been started. So ITIL basically stand for, earlier we used to call it as IT infrastructure library. But now in ITIL v4, we don't call it as IT infrastructure library, because ITIL till version 3, ITIL was basically talking about the service life cycle management. So any service which is supported by IT, and nowadays, like any service you take without IT, no service can work, right? So if you take a very simple example, maybe Uber is a software platform. They do different business, right? They maybe Uber Eat, or they have the cab services, but the entire Uber business is based on the service which is backed up by IT, right? So ITL talks about the life cycle, service life cycle management in till version 3. In version 4, they change the focus from service life cycle management to uh, value which is coming out of the service. So we'll not talk about that in detail, but for us, ITL is important from service life cycle management perspective, because the ServiceNow is providing you that IT service management tool which is designed as per the ITL guideline. So what ITL guideline talks about is, ITIL is, as I said, it talks about the service life cycle management. So what is service life cycle management? Any service or product for that matter, if you want to understand it from product perspective, it's still okay, because product is something visible to us. Service, sometimes it is difficult to imagine. But any product or service, when somebody has a very native idea and he wants to convert that service, that idea as a product or service, then that time he started thinking about, if I convert this idea into a product or service, whether it will be any buyer in the market. How do I, who is my buyer, where is the market, right? How do I provide it? Can I convert this particular idea into a service? What is the investment? What is the return on the investment? So he will talk, he maybe think about so many things. There is a brainstorming, there are a couple of people, they could be a four good friends, they come together, right? And they said, like, can we start this kind of, I have the idea, business idea, and I want to start something about around it. So how do I do that? So that is the first phase of ITL, that is called as service strategy. So ITL has four stage. The first one is service strategy, where is it is just a conversion of your ideas into a product or service. Means it is on just thinking, or it is just about the conceptual basis at that point of time. So first it start with the service strategy. So once it is decided that, okay, we can take this idea, like maybe 5-10 year back, the Uber is a native idea, right? Means right now there are so many players in the market, but earlier we do not have any of such idea. Nobody has thought about like providing the cab as a service, and without buying a single cab they are doing $1 million business nowadays, right? So maybe 10 year back it was a very good native idea, and few people picked up that idea and they decided to convert that idea into a business. So initially they thought about such thing, like what is the problem, what is the existing problem customer is facing, how I can eliminate it, right? Then what are the infrastructure required, how the customer will book the service, how the payment has been done. So a lot of thing has been thought about it, whether it is a good idea, what is investment. So they thought about it. It's a new generation business kind of thing. So that stage is called as service strategy. It start from there. Then after service strategy, the next comes service design. So once they decide and finalize that, okay, this is a good idea to convert into a business or service or product, then they started talking about the designing of that service. Then the service strategy is all conceptual, whereas design is actually on the paper. Maybe they start creating the infrastructure, what is required, what is not required, whether it is paid service, non-paid service, how do the customer will access our application, whether it is a uh, computer based or web based interface or mobile based interface. Now in Uber don't create the application for the laptops or the desktop, because they know my customer don't are not going to use it from the laptop or desktop, right? They use it from mobile, so they develop only mobile application for them, for their customers. Now after that they may come up with this various business options, like initially they start only with the cab services, then they may come up with the idea, the outstations, like if you want to take the cab from one city to another city, that is another option. They may come up with the idea something like uh, regularly, means there somebody wants to rent it on monthly basis, right? Every day he wants to go to the office, so you don't want to book the cab every morning. So he said, okay, every morning 8 o'clock I want a cab, and he has to pick up me from location A, drop me at location B, and then I will pay it on monthly basis. So these are things coming up after that. But initially when after service strategy, the second stage is service design, where they design everything, how I'm going to provide this service. Then once the service design is done, uh, then next comes service transition. Service transition is actually converting your ideas and design into a practical product and service. So that is called as service transition. So here developing the app, testing, then managing the talking with all the partners, like if you are, for example, if you are accepting the net banking payment, credit card payments, various visit payment visits, so how to integrate them with your system. If there is any cancellation of a call, how do it happen, right? So lot of things they will design, whatever as per the design, they will convert it into actually product or services. That is called as service transition. And once the service transition is done, the product or service is ready, it goes into a operation. So they release the product, means they started selling their service or product to the market. So it comes into an operation. Okay, so people started using it, they started giving you the feedback. Accordingly you will change it. Like there are some issues reported by the customer, you can access that issues, how we can reduce that problem with the customer, how we can remove the issues. So during the operation, the people actually started using, your customer started using your application, and people will give the feedback. Your service desk will collect the different type of issues, your design or actual the developer team will correct that issues. So these things are going on. So these are the main four stages of an ITIL. So service strategy, service design, service transition, and service operation. So this is how the any service is having this life cycle. And the last fifth stage is continuous service improvement. So whenever the service is there in the market, as I said, the people giving you the feedback, you are implementing the new features. Like initially, maybe you started only with the payment option is only cash, but later on you added some more payment option, like maybe with the credit card, debit card, net banking. Then third, maybe you are accepting Google Pay or anything. So you are keep on adding some modules, some enhancement, removal of some issues or bugs. So that comes to the continuous service improvement. So ITL talks about all these things. ITL version 3, which talks about service lifecycle management, and this is that ITL. So your ServiceNow IT service management tool are designed as per the ITL guideline. Okay, it means that whatever in the every stage of a ServiceNow of a service life cycle, there are certain products and certain tools are required, right? For example, if you want from when you do the service transition, you already developed the application, you tested it, and now you want to put it in a production environment. So that is done with the help of change management. So change management is a tool available in the IT service in the ServiceNow. Then when you release the service to the customer, and when customer reports some incident or some issues when while using this application, then that issue is recorded as an incident. So we have an incident management in ServiceNow. Okay, then if there are repeated issue coming up in the your particular application, then if you want to understand what is the root cause of this issue, why this issue is reoccurring multiple times, so that problem management comes into picture. So we have a problem management also in the ServiceNow. So that is why it is saying ServiceNow is a IT service management tool designed as per ITL guideline. So basically ITL is a concept, whereas your ServiceNow ITSM tool is the practical implementation of your ITL. Okay, making sense what I'm saying?
Yep, I got all that.
Yeah. So if you have any question, just let me know at any point of time. But this IT, our entire ServiceNow ITSM tool is focused on ITL, and it is basically implementing the ITL guidelines, you can say. Maybe I do not have the if you give me a minute, I will show you something which is more, so you can relate how the ServiceNow incident management, problem management, change management, how they are related to the uh, ITL cycle. I will show some another slide here. I'm just opening some another slide deck. just discuss one slide from there and we'll come back. Okay, I'm not finding the exact slide, I mean one slide. So I will take you through some detailed slide, about 3-4 slides only. I'll share it for you. Give me a minute. I have one slide also, but I'm not able to find it right now. See, now in service strategy, the processes which are supported by the tool, right, are all these things. So maybe in IT, this is all not ITIL related. So if you take service design, so in service design, you have all these processes. See, service catalog management, which is part of your ServiceNow, service level management, which is also one of the application in ServiceNow. Availability management, maybe availability management may not be there. The capacity management is there. IT security management. Okay. Now, if you take the transition, change management, this is also a part of ITIL process. Release management. Okay. Service asset management, configuration management. So you knowledge management. So you, all of these things are a part of your ServiceNow. You will see everything in ServiceNow. Service operation, incident management, problem management, access management, service request fulfillment, means SR, service request management. So all these things are there. So in every phase is associated with couple of processes. Okay, if you see here the list of processes, so you will be learning all these things in the ServiceNow. But as I said, we have a user level training, so we'll not be going into the detail of this, what is incident management and all. But this is the, all these processes are supported in ServiceNow. Okay. All right, coming back to our training here. Okay, so we were talking about the ITIL. Since this the base of the ServiceNow is ITIL, so that is the reason we have spent so much time on ITIL. This is a cloud platform with one user interface and one data model. So as I said in the earlier slide, you don't need to create any infrastructure. It is all cloud based and everything is supported by ServiceNow. So you just ask them, I need an instance with this many user licenses, and you can start using it. The platform is ready for you. The main vision of ServiceNow is a build a cloud-based platform that would enable a regular people to create a meaningful application to route the work through enterprise. So either you take a platform, build a application on top of it, or you can have the application provided by ServiceNow also. It is up to you. How do you want to use it? If you want to create your own ITSM application, that is also fine. Okay, but that's a big job. Nobody is going to follow that. But if you have a very specific requirement for an application, you can say, okay, I don't want ServiceNow application, I will just take a platform from ServiceNow and I build my own application. That is also fine. Okay, ServiceNow is IT service management tool as design. Okay, this one. What is the benefits of ServiceNow? It is hosted on cloud. That is the most important benefit. As means, I don't know you have any experience in this area or not, but if you order any hardware in the market now, the people will give you the date after 45 days for delivery. Okay, after the PO release. So earlier we used to spend months only for creating the infrastructure. Then after that you will be installing the required OSs, the uh, required hardenings, security clearance, lot of things. So you need at least 3-4 months only to create your infrastructure. So if it is on hosted on cloud, you will be free from all these things, right? So based on ITIL, that is one good example. Customizable. So ServiceNow has its own application, like incident management, for example. But incident management follow its own process. Like the incident get recorded, then it is prioritized, then it is categorized, then it is assigned to the team, right? Then team work on it, they resolve it, and they close it. So this is a normal flow of any incident management tool or ticketing management tool. But if your organization need a specific process which is different from the process which normally followed, you can say that, okay, I want to change the behavior, or I want to change the flow in a bit different way. So you can do that in the service now. Okay, so it is not hard and fast that you should follow the process which tool is providing you. The tool will provide you the basic flow. You can customize it, you can change it, you can add some new information. Like for example, on incident management, you want to add some field which is not there out of box, right? We have the incident number, we have the date, we have the uh, caller or the person who is registering the incident, right, who is working on it. But in addition to that, you want, say for example, you want to capture the location of a person who is logging the ticket. If that is the requirement, you can add a new field in the incident management, and you will also enter the information there. And then once the information is available in the tool, you can use it for any purpose, for reporting, for SLA, for approval, for routing. A lot of things can be used, this information can be used, right? So this tool is customizable, so you can change the behavior the way you want. Then data confidentiality and integrity. Since it is a cloud base, and all confident means all integrity of this platform, everything is being managed by ServiceNow. So you don't need to have your own security team, network security and all that. It will be taken care by the ServiceNow as a platform. Improved operational tracking. Since it is all basic tools which is providing you all the out of box reporting. So for incident management, what are the basic reporting are required? Like number of incident reported, the priority wise, then category wise. So all KPI information what you want, most of the report are already available in the tool out of box. So you don't need to create the new report. If you have very typical requirement which is not fulfilled by the out of box report, then you can create your own report. But otherwise, most of the operational tracking, whatever reports are required to track the operational statistics, all are available in the tool itself. Continuity of the service. So since it is on cloud base, so whatever redundancy is required for the infrastructure, the backup, the mirroring, everything is taken care by ServiceNow. So it is not like you don't need to work about the high availability environment and everything. So that's not your headache basically. Since it is on cloud, the ServiceNow will take care of it. On demand IT service management. So for example, if you started the ServiceNow instance with say 200 users, and then after 3 months you want to add another 200 user, you have to just inform the ServiceNow, go for more licenses, and you can start using it. You don't need to add any new infrastructure, how to add it, integrate it. These are the basic advantage of any cloud based in application. So they are applicable to ServiceNow also. Then customer self service. So a lot of thing customer can do himself. Okay, maybe when you start interacting with the ServiceNow customer support, there are so many things you can do of your own yourself. For example, if you want to enable some plugin, so you just go there and enable it. You don't need to call the customer support of ServiceNow and ask them, I want to enable something like that. Okay, so all these things you can do yourself. Powerful reporting. As I said, most of the reports which is required for common operations is there. If you have very typical requirement, you can create your own report also. But most of the time you will have all the required reports are there. Now, these are some of the marketing slides, like reduction of ITSM cost by 60 to 80%, use technology as a tool, process improvement with agility and low risk, uses ServiceNow technology as a tool, not at a barrier, and don't have to choose between upgrading and configuring, because these are all taken care by your ServiceNow platform provider. Okay, so this I don't discuss so many things here because they are all marketing slides. Okay, who can use the ServiceNow? Employees to request the IT business services, IT staff to manage the service request, incident and report. I think this is your role, right? Second role, Nick,
Yeah, I think that would fit the
right?
description.
To manage the service request, incident, and maybe you are not working on problem as of now, but in future maybe you will work in. So that is your main role. Administrator, so the person who is managing the application available for the selected users. So we don't give the administrator rights to every user. We'll have some user. In this course, we'll also talk about few tasks which is required as an administrator. So some basic things which is required, we'll also discuss about that. Then we talked maybe as an administrator, he can assign the role, permissions to the user. This role and permission will help, like what the user have access to and what he has not access to and all that. Then implementer, the people who develop the application, who deploy the application, create the applications, implementers and developers. So there are two roles actually, but most of the time they are one and the same people. You will not have the separate people for implementers and developer. The people who develop the application, there are few peoples. These are all basically a overlapping role. Okay, means administrator, implementer and developer, they are most of the time overlapping role. Sometime a single person will follow this, or you have a group of people who will manage this. The IT support staff is the basically a user who is using their application in order to manage the service request, incident, problem, change. And your last, the uppermost layer in this hierarchy is the business user, employee. Like they could be from HR, they could be from finance. So whatever problem they face, they raise the ticket or they raise a service request through the requester console. The IT staff will work on it, and the application will be work as per the administrator, as per the way administrator has configured it. So these are the different role. Maybe you are more interested in the first and second role, the person who use the application and the person who manage this request, incident and problems. All right, clear? Any question till this point?
Nope, it's been pretty clear so far.
All right. So these are product of the ServiceNow. So you have, as I said, there are many applications ServiceNow is providing. The most important is IT service automation application, which helps the IT spend more time on delivering the innovative business solutions. It basically automate the things, right? Means incident, once you configure the process, the incident get recorded, the people work on it, close it. And it is a mechanical process. It means we don't need the brain there all the times to resolve it. Then product portfolio management, custom application development, work management, performance analytics. There are so many applications. Frankly speaking, I'm not much into another applications. Like as I said, there are HR module, there are business processes module. I'm more focused on IT service management because that is my core area. And in ServiceNow also, I'm mostly working in IT service management area. Okay, these are some good companies which are rely on the good this one. Okay, this you can see all market leaders here in the Fortune 500 companies. Earlier these companies were a part of your BMC software. Now most of them have either switched to, or in addition to BMC Remedy ITSM, they're also using the ServiceNow as a ticketing tool. Okay, so this is about the what is ServiceNow. I hope you have a fair idea now what is ServiceNow and what is we are going to learn in next 3 days. Clear? Any
Yeah,
question, queries?
No questions for now. No, yeah, now I have a better idea of what it is now. So
Okay, great. Uh, is anybody else on the call? Means Steve or anybody? Is any question, any